What's good with it? It's your boy, Mistah Wilson, holding down WilsonBlock100 Radio. Today we got Jangles from Van Nuys on the block with us today, man. What's good with you, man?
Man, I'm just hanging out today, man.
Yeah, that's right, man. Honored to have you here with us, you know what I'm saying, for this exclusive interview. Yeah, man, so before we get into the meat of things, you know what I'm saying, I ran into you at the Peer Resource Center at Hillside. And what brought you through there?
Well, I came in, trying to give resources to the youth that was in there. Maybe I could, inquire and bring some people in.
Right.
Tell them about what I do. Maybe bring somebody, uplift somebody with some little message, and if I had permission to do it there. So
right.
That's how I met you. And
right. Exactly.
And we're moving on from now.
Exactly. So yeah, Jangles, man. Can you just give us a quick background of yourself, man? Where you from?
Well, my name is Jangles. I go by Jangles the Hustler or Jangles. I usually I'm from Van Nuys, but I stay, traveling across the city to city, just promoting my music, my promotions, and bringing together people coming along,
That's
trying
right.
to work on my projects.
Yeah, no doubt. So you are an artist.
Yeah, I'm an artist, and I'm an artist, and I'm a lot of things. So
yeah,
I'm
no
a
doubt.
promoter,
Right, man of many hats.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so what all do you do?
Well, I have a manufacturing company where I duplicate CDs for other artists. I do like executive producer for other artists so they can get their projects out.
Right.
And I do my own music, and we set up shows.
So you have a genuine desire to promote artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to do my own stuff.
Right.
Message.
Exactly. So what all artists have you worked with?
Well, I started with CEO Records, independent label. It's cooperative efforts of others. So I worked with Diesel. I've worked with a lot of artists like Young Keeps, Hectic Loke from Van Nuys, not but I worked with Nino West. He's
and I've seen him on the project.
You seen him?
Well, I've seen his name.
He's on one of my projects. Nino West, Eddie Buche, Chris Reiser.
Yeah, Buche. I've seen him on the project as well.
Yeah, he's a Christian rapper. So I'm going to a little bit of everything.
Right. So you got a project out right now.
Yeah, it's the Hustle and Dream project.
Yeah.
Which is the main project where it's like a mix of a variety of artists, we put together, and we're out here promoting it now on the streets.
Right.
To get everybody heard, a little bit of everybody.
Exactly. And it has 12 cuts on there.
Yeah, 12 cuts.
Yeah.
It's hip hop and R&B, some house mixed too with it. It has no cursing on the music.
Right. That's always a plus, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you'll come across artists who, you know what I mean? They put cussing in their music, and they can't really sell to the people who have kids. You know what I mean? And they play that in their cars. You know what I'm saying? So not having profanity, it's such a plus.
Yeah, it opens up my doors to not just hitting up one type of person, and like everybody could basically get into it.
Right.
And I could make my doors like Disney, and like so everybody buys.
Right, exactly. And that's the key, man. That's how you include everybody.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? No one's outcasted, because even people that listen to music with cussing in it can listen to music without cussing in it, and it can still be a good song.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely can.
So yeah, man, no doubt. So what is your view on up and coming artists? Like just the state of the independent music scene.
It's very difficult, and it's very difficult. And how I see it is, you kind of have to be your own company nowadays. You have to be your own independent artist and promote yourself and open your doors for yourself. Because basically, I'm not sure what a record deal will give you, but I'm looking forward towards where it's our company that we made, our Universal.
Right.
We have our variety of artists.
Yeah, you're entitled to your due.
Yeah, my dues.
Exactly.
My hard work.
Exactly. And it's kind of hard for local artists these days.
Yeah, to have a business mind and an artist mind at the same time, and try to juggle it.
Right. So with that, you've done a lot of street team work. You know what I mean? You dominated the San Gabriel Valley. You know what I mean? You do your rounds in the San Fernando Valley. Tell me, what it's been like just, pushing music in the streets in Los Angeles.
Well, going around different cities, you meet different types of people, different minds, and every day you're exposed to all types of people, and a little different from being in this city and how these people, how they are over here and how they are over here.
Right.
And that allows me to be able to look at the community and see where we're messing up and how this community is messing up in this way, and then putting in music, trying to change people and trying to change the environment and how they are, or the state of mind of thinking.
Right. Exactly. So tell me, because a lot of artists, they don't really hook to the street team part of pushing music. You know what I'm saying? So like, what are some tips you can give local artists who are trying to push their music? Because I will be the first one to say that you have to push your music. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No one's gonna push it like you're gonna push it. So if you got some tips for us, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, have a little script. Keep it really short about how you're gonna present your music.
Yeah.
Don't talk to everybody the same. You know, the people are not robots, so they don't want to just constantly be told the same thing.
Right.
Kind of start a conversation, get to know the person that you're selling your music to, so that you could do follow-ups on him and build a relationship with the fan, so he could, you know, provide you, you know, not right now, but in the long run, like for a long time, keep supporting you. And you build a relationship, and it's kind of, you have to keep maintaining your relationships. And that's kind of how how the music industry is to me. It's like I build my relationships, and that's how I run my business. And promote my music, and people like that, and they like my message and everything.
And that's exactly right, because the music industry, it is about, come on, let's go. It is about relationships. What's up with it? It's about relationships. It's about who you know. It's not about what you can do. Exactly.
Who you know.
Yeah, exactly. And, so it's always good to, you know that you have to maintain relationships. You know,
that's how I built a lot of my close relationship. A lot of my business partners is I ran up to them and promoted my music to them, and I told them like, hey, this is what I'm doing, you know, and then they give me an idea, and now I collab with them.
Exactly.
And I expand everywhere.
Right. And that's exactly how you're supposed to do it, man. You know, I appreciate the fact that, you know, you kind of taken your career, you put, you know what I'm saying, you've done what you could, you know what I mean, you've taken your career in your own hands, you know what I'm saying, and you pretty much went for it, you know what I'm saying, and that's exactly how we met up, you know what I'm saying, by you just being proactive, wanting to do a good thing, and like share, you know what I'm saying, exactly, and share positive information with young people and up and coming people, and not just artistry, but how to be independent contractors, or how to just sell your own product,
pretty much,
you know what I'm saying, because I know you don't just do music, I mean, you can create a little product. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I do have a side business, which is like I have a air freshener business, which I manufacture myself 100% all natural. Right. And I sell them on the streets just the same way I would sell a CD. Right. And it's pretty much the same concept.
Right, just different product.
Different product.
Exactly. And then you make that with organic.
Yeah, it's all organic oils and like natural water and stuff like that.
Right. And that's crazy, man. And see, that's what a lot of local artists coming up don't understand, is that it's all a game. It's all business. Once you understand the business, you know what I'm saying, then you can pretty much make a way for yourself.
Yeah, because, you know, companies, you know, will make a brand out of you. See, they put you cereal boxes, but what's that to stop me from making known cereal and boxing it and selling it myself?
Exactly.
And keeping all my profits instead of a company giving me the opportunity to be on the cover, but not giving me any pay or any dues for what I'm doing.
You should be thankful for that.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. And then, man, bro, and that's the whole, you know, thing behind being independent. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of independence. Is having that will and that want to just, man, fuck that. I'm gonna do my just do, so I'm gonna do this.
And it's what you want to do, and nobody telling you, oh, go and do this and represent this. It's like you could choose what you want to promote and what you don't want to promote.
Right. Exactly. And that's key. You know what I'm saying? So, where would you say you get some of your motivation from when you got to wake up in the morning and get it out there? Because, you know, you eating depends on you. Yeah. You know?
See,
where do you get your motivation from?
I don't know where I get it out of me, but I could say, you know, I could say God is my motivation, because, you know, without him, I wouldn't probably be doing none of this. And the guys that I influence and I see them working and getting out of where they're at, that influences me to go out there and keep doing what I'm doing, because it shows that I'm doing something right. So I gotta keep maintaining myself.
Exactly, maintaining. It's key. You know what I'm saying? You gotta maintain, because you could do it one time, but if you can't keep it up, then you're not pro. You can't be pro. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be consistent with it, consistency. Right. And just try to make every day your best, and even if you fail one day, just keep going the next day.
Right. So, as far as like your music and just your whole creativity, what inspires your creativity as far as writing a song, or, you know, just putting out a positive message?
Well, see, I look at the positive message. I could listen to a positive message in like someone like Little Pussy's music, where I'm not taking what he's saying literally.
Right.
I'm taking it like I look at it a different way. So I kind of get my ideas from a lot of these new rappers that come along, and I just revolve them and try to mimic them in a different way with a different message.
Yeah.
So that motivates me.
Okay.
You know, anything new coming up, it motivates me because it keeps me relevant with everything that's going on.
Right. Exactly. And you got to keep your ear to the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To the industry, if you will. You know what I mean? To see
sure.
just where it's at. You know what I mean? It'll help you better.
From underground to the mainstream, it's
Exactly.
like I get my influences from all of them.
Right.
It's just I pick and choose and what I listen to, who I listen to.
And so who are some artists that you listen to, independent or mainstream?
You know, independent, I listen to like a lot of more the technique, independent, like underground. Murs was a big influence.
Yeah,
in my
Murs
life.
Is dope. Shout out to Murs, man.
Shout out to Murs 316. That album was tight. Who else can I be like? Anybody in the underground, Dilated Peoples, Evidence, Hieroglyphics. I mean, that's what I grew up with.
Right.
And then, but also, you also grow up listening to radio and listening to radio hits. Like, you can't escape it.
Exactly, you can't, yeah. It's part, it's the culture. We have to, you know, recognize it as such.
Yes,
you know.
I get my influence from Snoop Dogg, from Master P, from Cash Money. I see how Cash Money, you know, every time I listen to one of old Cash Money's interviews, they're talking about they're selling 40, 50,000 CDs out the trunk.
Man,
with their team.
Exactly.
So what's that from stopping in the season? Just because they're not doing it anymore doesn't mean, you know, it can't be redone and it still can't be kept going, which is it's still going.
Right.
But
so
brush it away from you.
So were you born and raised in Van Nuys?
No, I'm actually born in Mexico and I lived in LA for a while. I live around like La Cienega area. Yeah. And then I moved over here to the Valley where I've lived like almost 18 years of my life. Okay.
In Van Nuys or just in the Valley?
Yeah, in Van Nuys.
Okay. So what's your perception on the music scene in Van Nuys? I mean, is there local artists doing their thing or what's it looking like? Who do you know from out there?
Well, I know when the whole San Fernando Valley, I mean, Van Nuys is just a section of the whole San Fernando Valley, but I know people all over the San Fernando Valley, and I know a lot of artists that are dancers that are in the scene and are in music videos, and they do that, and they handle that. I know artists that are independent, like one of my friends, like TikTok, he does his R&B, and he's more of a music video dancer guy. And everybody just has to play kind of like their part of what they do, kind of.
Right, but it is active out there.
Yeah, it's very active. Scene. A lot of artists, it's like artists left and hand, left and right.
Right, exactly.
Just different promotions. People have different promotions. That's That's it for themselves.
Right, and I would say like the San Fernando Valley, it looks like LA. So it's like there's a lot of everything, just like in LA. You know
North Hollywood is a big like arts district.
Right.
Like North Hollywood, so there's a lot of artist community going in and out of there. You know, you might catch a Marian walking around right there.
Right, exactly. And I used to live out there for a little while, man. But I haven't really done no real networking out in the San Fernando Valley. But yeah, man. So, you got any positive, inspiring words for any up and coming artists out there?
Well, my message is hustle and dream, and the quote is the dream never dies, so the hustle never stops.
That's right.
It's pretty much just my motto. That's what I live by.
You actually got that on the cover of your project.
Yeah, I got that on the cover of the project.
The Hustle and Dream project.
Yeah, and when people read that, they like that and they support that. So that's pretty much my key.
Definitely, man. That's dope, man. So you got any shout outs for us before we cut out?
Man, shout out to my boy Bing Bing out here in Pasadena for sure, bro.
Thank you.
We're doing it, man.
No doubt. We doing it, man. We trying.
Shout out to my boy Chris Reiser out there in the Valley, you know, pushing it hard. Shout out to Relevant Noise Records in the Orange County area where they're pushing out the trunk heavy, you know what I mean? Like a lot of records being moved out there.
Yeah.
Shout out to my homie Diesel from CEO Records. He's pushing real heavy. He's been pushing for years. You know, he needs this respect out there.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boy Hectic Loke. You know, he's still pushing hard, keeping the Black Boy certified strong.
That's right.
You know, what else can I shout out to? See, for right now, that's all my shout-outs.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, bridge that connection for us, man, because we
man.
giving promotions to local artists everywhere, man, so we support the real grinders out there, you know what I'm saying?
Tell them what it is, man, so when I link them up to my thing, tell them how do they contact you?
Oh, it's your boy, you know, Bing the Wilson Block Network. You can check this interview out on the WilsonBlock.net. That's THA, WilsonBlock.net, all one word. You can just Google the Wilson Block. Even if you use the E and the, it'll come up, and that's where you can check out my boy Jangles. And
That's
we're
right.
gonna be following Jangles, man. We're gonna be dropping his singles. We're gonna make sure his mixtape and his album is laced. And we looking forward to fucking with you, man.
All right,
you know
man.
what I'm
Thanks
saying?
a lot, man. Thanks
No
for the
doubt.
support.
Good looking on coming through the block, man. We out.
Like.